Welcome to 5 Good Minutes.
You're listening to today's inspirational message on the book of Ecclesiastes with Kurt Bjorklund.
At the end of Ecclesiastes 7, there is another exhortation about this idea of being wise. And then there's this somewhat cryptic statement about a woman that could appear as if he's saying, be careful of a woman, much like the book of Proverbs talks about a woman who leads somebody astray. Or it could be that he is comparing the Lady Wisdom to Lady Folly. Here's what it says, verse 23. I'm determined to be wise, but this was beyond me. Whatever exists is far off and most profound. Who can discover it? So I turned my mind to understand and to investigate and to search out wisdom and the scheme of things, and to understand the stupidity of wickedness and the madness of folly. I find more bitter than death the woman who is a snare, whose heart is a trap, and whose hands are chains. The man who pleases God will escape her, but the sinner she will ensnare. Look, says the teacher, this is what I've discovered. Adding one thing to another to discover the scheme of things. While I was still searching, but not finding, I found one upright man among 1,000, but one upright woman among them all. This only have I found. God created mankind upright, but they have gone in search of many schemes. All right, here's original sin, wisdom and folly contrasted. He says, I have wanted to find wisdom. I can't find it. It's that word search here, find it. It's what I've gone after with my life. And God made people upright, but what they've done is they've gone searching in so many ways for so many other things that they are ensnared by folly. And this is one of those seminal insights that helps make sense of the world. If you see the world as being neutral, meaning there's some good, there's some bad, and people just choose between it, then God for you becomes a force that people want to align with so they can get good. But if you understand that God created people upright, Genesis 1, Genesis 2, but through the fall, Genesis 3, sin entered the world, brokenness, and since then there has been an endless search by all people to have meaning and significance and schemes and wisdom that ultimately is futile without God. Without putting it in the biblical context, then what you will see is that so much of what happens in this world, and even a person of faith can fall into this, is trying to get the world to give us something it was never intended to give us. And I shouldn't say never intended to give us, that it won't give us since the fall. So in a way, it's the most natural thing to search, because what we're searching for is Eden. And so that's probably not a great way to say that. It was never intended since the fall that we would be able to get all the way back to Eden. And so what we need is to say, I live in this broken world, and my longing for something is actually my longing for God. So my longing for the perfect house, the perfect Christmas, the perfect family, the perfect meaningful job, having enough security, enough resources, having pleasures, good things, fine food, good experiences, beauty, are all of my longing for Eden. And since the fall, it's not completely possible. We get moments of it, they're fleeting, they're brief, and they point to the ultimate time in which we would have that. And so he is driving here at saying the folly is our pursuit of all of these things apart from God. So what are you trying to get from this world right now that biblically, your best approach would be to say, this world won't fully give that to me. I can enjoy it as a taste whenever I get it, but it's just a taste of all that God has promised, rather than putting so much hope in what that is right now that you're living in constant frustration. Today, the invitation is to say, hold those things loosely, enjoy them fully, hold them loosely, because they point to something that is more ultimate.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.